Luke, I am your father, is wrong. We all know it's wrong. The correct line is, and it's always been, no, I am your father. There's a phenomenon out there called the Mandela Effect, which you've probably heard of. The basic gist of the Mandela Effect is that a large number of people all share a false memory. It's called the Mandela Effect because a lot of people misremembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in 1980, but he didn't die until 2013.
Examples.
Tunes in Looney Tunes wasn't spelled like cartoons. It was spelled like a song. Berenstein Bears was spelled with an A and not an E. The Monopoly Man never had a monocle. Hello, Clarice was never said in Silence of the Lambs. Sinbad never played a genie. Play It Again, Sam was never said in Casablanca. Memory is a funny thing. Eyewitness testimony is dog shit. The power of suggestion is mighty. Bias, imagination, sources of data, hearing something incorrect and having that stick in your brain, and even peer pressure can all skew a memory or plant a false memory. A modern example is the quote, "I can see Russia from my house." That quote gets attributed to Sarah Palin often, but she never said it. Tina Fey said, "I can see Russia from my house" on Saturday Night Live while portraying Sarah Palin in a sketch. Sometimes explanations are as simple as that. Another similar one is that Carl Sagan actually never said billions and billions. Billions and billions was attributed to him for years. The phrase billions and billions actually came from a Tonight Show skit in 1980 where Johnny Carson said billions and billions. He was doing a little spoof, but 17 years later, in 1997, Carl Sagan named one of his books Billions and Billions as a little nod. There are a lot of these misattributed examples floating around out there. Some people think the Mandela Effect is some glitch in the Matrix or evidence of an alternate reality that's seeping into our own reality, or even time travelers, but our brain's fallibility and ease of influence, I think, does a much better job of explaining the phenomenon. Even James Earl Jones said, "Luke, I am your father," on the Today Show when he was sharing a little joke. Do you remember this guy? In 2009, a website was created called This Man, in which it was claimed that thousands of people had dreams where they saw the same guy. And then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people started saying, "Me too. I dreamt of that man too. Wow, who is this man? This is extraordinary. Why are we all dreaming about this guy?" News outlets picked up on it, TV shows ran with it, it became a huge story. It went viral, and it turns out this was a stunt, a hoax. None of the people the website claimed dreamt of the man actually dreamt of the man. The creator of the website, Andrea Natella, an Italian marketer, admitted in 2010 that it was a part of a guerrilla marketing stunt. Never doubt the power of suggestion on the human brain.
But I did dream of him. I did.
In 2016, a psychology study conducted an online survey, and in the survey, 88% of people picked Alexander Hamilton as one of the presidents of the United States. He was never a president. Caitlin Amote, a UCLA PhD candidate in neuroscience, says, because of a shared contextual association, many different people formed the same false memory that Hamilton was a president. She goes on to talk about suggestibility. Suggestibility is the tendency to believe what others suggest to be true. This is why lawyers are prohibited from asking witnesses leading questions that suggest a specific answer.
Confabulation
is a memory error defined as the production of fabricated, distorted, or misinterpreted memories about oneself or the world without the conscious intention to deceive. Our brains are powerful machines, but they are faulty. And the more we learn about that big ooey gooey organ inside of our skulls, the more we'll understand the fallibility, and the more we'll be able to correct its shortcomings. We all love to think that our memories are solid, but they're not. We don't need to create alternate realities or matrices or interdimensional time travelers to explain, "Luke, I am your father." But I guess it's fun.